What's good, YouTube? I was over here chilling, enjoying my evening or early morning out as it is. I go to Master Duel just to look at Master Duel meta to look at some stuff and ban list. And I immediately was like, okay, I'm gonna have to make a video on this now. Uh, Here we are. Okay. I have not made a video since my last ban list, so it's been like 2-ish weeks since Tenpai came out. And I had been wanting to kind of put some thoughts out, which I still might do that. Um, I had like 10,000 gems saved, so I could invest into Tenpai. It's mid. Like I said, I still think it's an overall band-aid to the problem that is Yu-Gi-Oh. But definitely how the way it's been playing, and it's it's consistent OTK style. I figured some kind of ban list would probably come out. So if I had to say, I don't expect this to be a large ban list. Probably just it'll probably just end up being like maybe targeting some of the Tenpai cards. I think there was some other cards that came out, but honestly, I haven't really seen them much on ladder. But I think this should be a pretty good one. Probably will end up being pretty short. So let's go ahead and talk about it. What was it? Unlike the last one though, I did not like I said, I did not see the ban list already, so this one will be true authenticity. But let's see what we got. Okay. Oh, hold up. First, let me zoom in. There we go. Okay, we already saw the first card, but that's fine. So, Sprite starter from 2 to 3. My friend is about to be happy about this. I would say this is okay. Sprite's definitely been an engine, but it has definitely been nowhere near as powerful as it was what was it, like maybe a year and a half-ish ago. Yeah, Sprite honestly has gotten hit after hit over time. So good to see that this is coming back. Let's see. Okay, getting it back to unlimited. It's unlimited in the TCG. So let's see if this works this time. Okay, there we go. At least it's coming up. All right, let's see. Sprite starter. Played at 3, TCG 1 in the OCG. Obviously, Sprite's using it. Runic Sprite, Live Twin. Okay, yeah, this looks pretty solid. It's definitely, since it's been at 2, like everyone's, aside from for hire, it looks like it's always usually played at its maximum. So, that might be a little boost. Sprite, we might see a little bit more sprites, and I guess maybe what was it since they banned Ibly, they might be thinking that Sprite can be a little bit more. Sprite might can get a little boost now since they don't have the Ibly lock anymore, so they can kind of stay in. I don't want to necessarily say maybe like traditional Sprite plays, but it could be that. Overall, I think that's fine. So that should be fine. Sprites, I'm happy for you. All right, let's see what we got next. MX Saber Invoker from 1 to 3. So admittedly I don't know much about this card. I remembered seeing like news about it when it first I think when it first released. So I'm not necessarily sure the lines for this, but 2 level 3 monsters. If I had to guess, let me see. Special 1 life. Could this be for Goblin Biker? Special summon 1 level 4 Earth Warrior, Beast Warrior monster from your deck. So this could possibly be to like some Goblin Biker support. So he played Makonko, Infernal, Zodiac, Goki. Okay, so admittedly, except for Makonko, I'm not too familiar with a lot of these decks and they're competitive. So, well, I know of Infernoble Knight because Charles, fuck you, Charles. And Zodiac, honestly, I just know Zodiac mostly for like in my experience with Zodiac, I it has just seen them be usually used for Zeus fodder, but I do remember hearing that Zodiac were once like powerhouses. So I'm not sure. This could be. Oh, actually, let's check that real. Let me actually check that real quick. So we go here. And let's look at some of the Goblin Biker cards if we can. Because I'm really curious if that might be. Let's see. This is Win. And what are you? You are 1 level 4 Earth Warrior, Beast Warrior. Warrior. Well, these are all level 3s. Yeah, they're all level 3s though. And it's not level 4 or lower, right? Just a level 4 monster. Do Goblin Bikers have a level 4? I would doubt, because they're all about rank 3, so maybe not. So I'm not necessarily sure about this one, but I mean, hey, Unlimited is a. I mean, if it's going from 1 to 3, then then I would assume that means that even when they put this at 1, it probably wasn't doing too much. So hey, I think that's fine. It should be all right. Okay. Oh, it's happening! Oh, they fucking, what didn't they get this in the TCG first? Yeah, Malicious going to 3. Let's go. Little hero buff. Let's go. Oh, all right. And which is funny because I used to, shout out to Jaden BR, but I played a hero deck for like a couple seasons back in like year 1 of Master Duel. What's the monster that he usually combos with? Malicious at, what was his name? Destiny Hero. Because Malicious has this really cool effect. So you can banish Malicious from the graveyard, and you can special another one from your deck. And it's not a once per turn. So you could so heroes are able to use this like for easy support, and it makes Malicious a little easier to help with extenders. So you Denier. So you usually pair him with Denier. So what Denier will do is he will you can take one of your Destiny Hero monsters from your deck graveyard or that's banished and place it on top of your deck. So Denier would be your way to get Malicious back into your deck, and then so you could just do that, banish Malicious and get another Malicious. And so even though Malicious has been at 2 since I've been playing in Master Duel, especially using Fusion Destiny or Polymerization, like Denier and Malicious are usually the 2 monsters you're using to summon your Phoenix Enforcer. So, and then that way you get him in the graveyard, banish Malicious, get him out, and then I think that's really cool. I mean, I'm always here for a little bit of a hero buff, amen to heroes. Don't play with heroes that much no more, but I think Malicious going from 2 to 3, I think that's pretty cool. Heroes are still overall fun, which is kind of like some of their boss monsters act like floodgates. So what is it? Destiny Hero Plasma. What's the other fusion What's their other fusion monster that's kind of like a floodgate? Darklaw. That was it. Yeah, Darklaw that banishes everything. Hey, I'm here for it. So if they get one, I'm fine with that. All right. Let's see. Mask change. So Mask Change 2. So admittedly, I always see Mask Change 1 being played, obviously, because you get either Shadow Mist or Malicious on the field, and then that's your Darklaw. So this one is, so discard 1 card, then target 1 face-up monster you control that has a level, send it to the graveyard. Also, after that, if it left the field by this effect, special summon from your extra deck 1 masked hero monster with the same attribute, but a level higher than the attribute, but a higher level than the attribute / level the monster had when it was on the field. So I think this works like. So first, I need to look at masked heroes. So I think that So yeah, that's Dark Law, Blast, Acid. Okay. So let me see if I can figure out how this works. So let's use Malicious just because he's right here. So he's a Dark level 6, with the same attribute but a higher level. So I would need a Dark, but I couldn't. So you couldn't use this for Dark Law because he's the same there. So you could use, and it has to be a masked hero specifically. So you could do masked hero on key, just because he's at level 8. Are these the only masked heroes? Okay, so this one looks like it would be a little bit specific. Okay. So it's basically, it's basically mass change, with extra steps because you have to discard, and it has to be with something that's a higher level than whatever you send, and it has to be the same attribute. So, it's the same as mass change because it does it immediately. But I guess you have to be a little bit more specific. If these are all the masked heroes, then too, so any dark monster you use can bring Dark Law out. Any wind monster, but that's the only wind monster I believe that heroes run is Stratos. Excuse me. The Earth mon. What Earth? I mean, there's Clayman, but nobody's running Clayman. But I think this is fine. Mass Change 2 is like, I don't even think I've seen it ever be used. So, I mean, Unlimited is fine. All right. Okay, heroes are they're just getting buffed right now. Fusion Destiny to 3 are we gonna have the age of DPE again? Because when this card came out, DPE was just getting put like in every single deck. It was actually crazy. Honestly, I would have expected this card to probably like see a limit before I would have ever thought it would be unlimited. That's wild. So heroes are actually getting a buff. Okay. Well, Fusion Destiny. Well, I mean, we all know Fusion Destiny is just. Well, let's see. Let's just look at the stats anyway. But we know we know that Fusion Destiny is essentially your way of bringing out Phoenix Enforcer every single time. I don't think, I'm not going to say forever, but for a very long time, I don't think I've ever seen anyone use Fusion Destiny to bring out anything other than Phoenix Enforcer and Master Duel. Because the other part is that the next turn, what is it? Isn't it the turn? Yeah, because of this too, but destroy it during the end phase of your next turn. So you'll get your DPE out, or whatever fusion monster, but you're not going to have it after the next turn. But if you summon DPE and DPE's effect, if this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can activate this effect. Special summon one Destiny hero monster from your graveyard during the standby phase of the next turn, and who just happens to also be a Destiny hero, Phoenix Enforcer. So the side effect of Fusion Destiny is essentially just negated at that point. But I mean, this is also like a different time in Master Duel. Like there was a time when Phoenix Enforcer was definitely like the bane of existence. You knew every duel you were going to see a Phoenix Enforcer, whether it was a hero deck or not. Jesus, what a time. But I did not expect this to go to 3. I really didn't. Actually, and what other decks play? Heroes, obviously. Cyber's Eldritch. That's an interesting one. But I guess it's also like I said, it's for the DPE. Like anything you really see Fusion is gonna be DPE related. So, yeah, I think that's fine. Typically, really, like after like Fusion Destiny gets activated once, even if they are running it 2, it's rarely run a second time. So I don't really see this being used at more than like 2 still outside of hero decks. But you know, I think that's fine. Let's go for the hero buffs. I'm here for it. All right. Nothing I was well, these are unlimited, so I wasn't thinking about unlimits really. Okay. Semi-limited. Opening. Let's go. Oh, let's go. Branded opening to 2. I love this. Oh, I loved this. I was so upset when they put this at 1. This is how we get our Aluber out on the field so we can get to our plays, and how we protect our fusion monsters if they're about to be destroyed. Oh, branded opening. Oh, welcome back to 2. Welcome back to being at 2. That is beautiful. That is actually beautiful. I think that'll be fine. Oh, and I accidentally scrolled. But it's okay. I think that'll be fine, though. Branded is still honestly probably like in an overall pretty balanced state. And Sanctifier now with losing lock combos is probably all right for the most part. But that should be all right. And, well, we already did it, but full changes. Yeah. So, okay, I'll be honest. I was not expecting this to be it. I was definitely expecting something like, okay, if I had to be honest, when I saw the ban list post, I would have to say that I probably thought Sangan summoning was probably going to get limited to 1. Chandra probably to 1 or semi-limited. Hydra possibly semi-limited. No, actually, the pack just came out, so they're not actually going to touch Tenpai until the pack is gone. So, still no Flamebird ban. But, this is like one of their more, smaller ban lists, which I guess is okay. Not necessarily what I was expecting, but I think this was a fine little ban list overall. Sprite, I also would have thought that if Sprite Starter was getting unlimited, I would have thought that you might have seen some other Sprite monster unhits a little bit. Opening to 2, does Branded really need any more help right now? I don't think so, but it should. I think that's fine, though. Malicious to 3 is definitely probably the most surprising thing out of everything on this list. So I think this was overall fine. Again, never necessarily what I'm expecting, but I don't really see. Well, like I said, Malicious to 3 might see heroes like a little bit more. Opening to 2. Like I said, this is just an easy way to get your Aluber out so you can get to branded opening. And since it's and if you do the special summon, then you still have your normal summon, so you can still do some plays after that if need be. Yeah, this is overall fine. At the moment, I don't think this is overall gonna, push meta in any different kind of way. But like I said, I think it's still overall fine, decent little list. But that will be it. Hey, if you have any comments, criticism, concerns about the ban list, drop them below. If you got any thoughts, I'd love to get a conversation started, or just drop your thoughts and have a little discussion and all that. Well, till then, I will see you guys again. Have a good night, drink some water, and take care.